Welcome to Awakening You channel. If you appreciate what we do, please support us. Thank you. You are harvesting, there is no way to avoid it, there is no way to open a small crack in this rotten layer and let it drain. Where will it flow? No, Gaia will not absorb this, because this is not her problem. These problems are yours, not Gaia's. Then all of this is sublimated and comes to the surface, and you pick up every one of those fetid little problems that are down there and that are now starting to appear in your life. And you didn't want this, you hid it for so long, you kept it so long, and now it's coming back. Exactly, because it's a moment for you to see yourself face to face with everything you've done. There's no point in hiding, there's no point in your ego shouting, but you weren't wrong. Because you know you were, it was your ego that made you see that you weren't. Today you are learning that you have to increasingly reduce the power of the ego, because only then can you elevate yourself. The ego was good while you had to survive on this planet. But at this moment, at the moment of planetary transition, at the moment of ascension, the ego is only getting in the way, it no longer helps, it just gets in the way. Because he does, you throw those wrong things under that layer. But there is no more layer, there is no more layer of ice, because the light no longer allows it. So everything you try to throw down there comes back, and comes back quickly. So my brothers, let's accept mistakes, let's understand them as failures on the way, let's understand mistakes as lessons. You made a mistake, make a mea culpa and correct the error, that's it. That fetid thing that came from down there turned into a pleasant perfume and simply scented the entire air. Because you learned your lesson, you admitted you made a mistake, and most importantly, you corrected the mistake. You corrected what you did wrong. Admitting a mistake is not a sign of weakness, as the ego makes you think. Admitting a mistake is a sign of strength, it's a sign of being truthful, leaving nothing down, it's bringing everything to the surface. But if I reveal too much, I'll hurt a lot of people. So I'm going to tell you one thing, everything will be revealed to everyone, no one will go unpunished, no one will hide anything. It has already been commented here, about forgiveness and asking for forgiveness, I will not comment on it all again. So if the mistake hurt someone, even if it was indirectly, ask your souls for forgiveness for having done that. And I'll say more, whoever hasn't taken this action yet is wasting time, because soon everything will be revealed. So if you don't ask for forgiveness for mistakes you've made and for those you don't want to hurt, people who don't deserve it, if you don't do it now, tomorrow it could be too late and everything will be revealed. So what are you waiting for? Everything is very fast. Making mistakes, asking for forgiveness is noble, superior, growth, evolution. So do it, but do it quickly, before everything is revealed. And no, I'm not talking about the moment of ascension. What did I say to you? The ice sheets have already dissolved, everything is coming to the surface. Then that person you are trying not to hurt, because you hurt them indirectly, will know your mistake. So how is it? I already explained this here, so ask for forgiveness, get rid of these mistakes, admit that you made a mistake. Asking for forgiveness is admitting a mistake, and this is sublime. Put your ego in a chair, show it that you are being superior and not exposing yourself as it makes you believe. So my brothers, the time is now, not in a little while, not tomorrow. Do it while there is time, before you are discovered. That's the great wisdom, hurt fewer people. Those you directly hurt should have already asked for forgiveness. And if you didn't ask, run, because things are going to get more and more complicated. So my brothers, to make mistakes, as you like to say, to make mistakes is human. I agree, because the ego was taught this, that you can make mistakes at will. Indeed, you can make mistakes, but admitting the mistake and fixing it is the big question. Correcting the error is learning the lesson, it is evolving a little. Now you have to really learn your lesson and not make the same mistake again. But if you make the same mistake, act the same way, fix the mistake and try not to make it again. This is the time for you to effectively deal with this rot that was down there. There is no way to escape it, there is no way to throw it into someone else's field. No, there is not, because it is within her energy field. Then she will come as for you. And there's no point in ignoring it either, because if you ignore it, everything will stink so much around you that you won't be able to stand it. You will feel like you are immersed in rotten mud and you will have to get out of there. And the only way to get out of there is to put your ego in punishment and start dealing with each of the mistakes, each of the lies that you preached and that harmed so many people. Do it, this is the moment, it's not tomorrow, it's not later, it's now, today. Take the lead, don't wait for it to happen, don't wait for that fetid mud to be thrown in your face, clean it up before it gets up. Because when you recognize the error, that mud disappears, and it becomes, that sea, becomes smaller and smaller. This is also a subject that you can transmute in the Ray Walk. Bring each error to be transmuted. Those little problems that are in the mud will come to the bag and you will be able to deal with them. Do that and start cleaning this up quickly. This is the moment. Walk several laps. Make a stop, as Sananda explained. Accumulate everything you remember that you need to transmute. Start a new journey and transmute everything. Don't think you are clean. It's as if you repeat a lot of things that you have already transmuted again. So there is always something to transmute, always. So let's go. Are we going to get rid of all this? Are we going to leave everyone's egos in check? And admit, each of you, your mistakes. And above all, ask for forgiveness from those you involved in them. I am Archangel Michael. My role here is to provide you with ways to rise higher and higher.